Hello, Ria from Maisie Moo. Jumping on to show you the newest template that I've just released. This is a topper case. Toppers are little magnetic frames that clip to, I think the Pair is the brand. I think there's also other brands, eyeglasses, and all it is, they're quite flat. So all this is it's like a sleeve design that holds 6 toppers in here and be perfect for travel and just popping in your handbag. And I'm going to show you how you stitch it together, but one thing I want you to know is I'm not showing you in the tutorial how to put the snaps on, because I left that till last as I wasn't quite sure about how I was going to do it. So just to remind you, attach the 2 snaps to the main body before you start sewing. Okay, so you want to attach the 2 snaps to this the large template piece, leaving the last 2 top ones here for the end, and then you can pop them on then. Now these are attached, these are long prong snaps, or you should use long prong snaps. It's quite thick, this material. You want it to be secure, and that's a great way for for closing this particular case. I'm going to give it to you without the holes in case you were wanting to maybe use Velcro or something else, or even you could sew a loop of elastic and wrap it around. So I will give you that option. I'll also give you the option of no holes whatsoever. So if you're wanting to machine stitch this, which would be super easy to do, you can machine stitch it. Okay, so I've made it to fit the larger size. These are larger size toppers, and then these are smaller ones, and I've even got medium ones here because I was testing them out. This has actually been tested on real toppers too by one of my lovely customers, and I really appreciate her help. Thank you very much, Ashley. Okie dokie, I'm going to jump on now and show you how to stitch this up. Okay, let's get started. So you can see there's quite a few pieces to this template. You've got your main cover here, and then you have got all your different sleeve pockets that your toppers will slide into. So you want to make sure you've got them all laid out in order because they all match together perfectly. You will see there are small holes right down through the center of all of these pockets, and these help you to line them up, and it's also going to help keep the toppers from slipping down into the pockets too. Okay, so the first 2 pieces that overlap are your top cover piece and then your first pocket, and you can see you've got those 3 holes that line up. So that's where we will be starting to stitch. You want to make sure they're all lined up, and all I've got here is a length of floss with a big knot in the end, and starting from behind I'm going to be stitching what I call a back stitch. So you make 1 stitch, you're going from the first hole down to the second, and then you're going to come back through that 3rd hole once I have rethreaded my needle, because obviously the floss has come off there, and coming back up through that 3rd hole, and you're going to make 1 more stitch. So you've got 2 stitches here. Now if you were wanting to reinforce this and make it really solid, I think I would go ahead and put 2 more in, but I've just used 2 for now. Okay, so now what you will do is then get your next piece and you just repeat the process. And because we're coming in from behind, it won't matter that you'll see there is a longer stitch between the 2 layers. You're not going to see that because it's going to be hidden in the body of the case. Okay, so we're going through and we're doing the 1 stitch, and we're going to do the back stitch. Again, go over this twice if you feel the need. The holes are quite big enough to do that if you want to. And I'm just going to work my way down and join all of these together. Right, you can see that I've sewn all of the pieces together down the middle, so they're all held in place. And this shape here, although it does move around a little bit, is exactly the same as your cover, the 1 template piece. And that's what we'll be doing now. We're going to be sewing them together. Okay, so I have thread my large-eyed needle with a very, very generous length of embroidery floss. I have got probably about 60 inches here, and you might find it's too much and it might get knotted, so you could do less, and then all you would do is as you're going around you could just use some more. It's up to you how you choose to do this, but you can see I've started from the bottom, and all I am doing is just going around the edge with a straight stitch. Okay, so you can see I've stitched all the way around the edge, and I'm just finishing up the last few stitches. Okay, so this is the last stitch that you can see at the very top I've done. That's where I've started, and all I'm going to do, and you can do this from wherever it is that you've started or you end up, because you are simply just going around twice, is I'm going to come out, so it's coming through the 2 layers of faux, and then all I'm going to do is pass the needle. I'm going to try and see if we can get it through and up. There we go. Taking it all the way through, so that's passing through underneath, and then all I'm going to do is come back. Make sure you go back through so it's being held by the stitches, and again, now you can see I'm going to make a little loop there. I'm not going to create a knot because it might make it bulky, so all I'm doing there is just pulling this a few times through, so that going back and forwards, it just means that when I trim it, there's no chance of that pulling through. There we go. Okay, so we've got our cover. Now, something you'll notice on this is I haven't put the snap holes on because this was actually my prototype, but I'm going to have them included, and what they'll be is you're going to have 2 holes in this backing piece at the base where you're going to attach your snaps. You won't see them at the front here, but I'm going to have 2 snaps going through these 2 layers here, so you may require, depending on how thick your faux is, long prong snaps, and they're going to simply sit there, so you're going to just fold over like this, and you'll have 2 snaps to attach, and they will be kept away from your glasses. So I have tested this myself on the largest style toppers, which is this style here, and they fit, and you can see what these 2 stitches here stop them sort of going down into the body of your cover. I've got a medium size, and then we've got just your average. Let's have a look. This size here, and that's just your average size of topper, which fit perfectly snugly with a little bit of space on the side. Okay, so I have got a lovely lady testing these on some real toppers, because as you can see, these are not real ones, but it does give you a good idea of how it's going to look. So I hope that that's straightforward enough. Reach out to me if you have any questions. As I say, you will need to attach your snaps, and that will be earlier on. I'll put a little reminder on the instructions, but once it's all closed up, it's just going to be a little wallet like that you can take, a nice little travel case for your toppers, for your glasses. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Bye.